What's up, guys? My name is Ryan. I play chess, put my videos on YouTube, and this game exemplifies the saying, it's not the number of pieces on the board, it's the number of pieces in the game. I like this game a lot for that reason, and let's just go ahead and run through it. He does the French defense, and I would recommend anybody that is facing the French to just go ahead and do the exchange. The tension in the center there isn't worth it. And I like trying this new idea out, and that's to push this pawn right here. The idea is that this queen pawn is very strong in its own right, protected by both the queen and the bishop right here, and its free range is going to be really nice. So oftentimes I find that players don't like to exchange this piece off. However, also if he takes, I would develop this bishop, and however, this bishop being right here, which is the spot that this bishop should be at, I'd like to move mine to d3 as well, is on this spot. And so it's pretty nice to go ahead and make a move back if possible. I bring mine to this d3 square. I love it. Right now, the difference between my bishop and his bishop is he has 1, 2, 3 spaces, and I have, both these long diagonals here open for me. I castle. He pushes a pawn, which is really a mistake. He should have moved b6 here to try to unscrew this a little bit, because he's getting really pinned down, and by moving this pawn here, he's removing a lot of his, offense from that. And I go ahead and just tie down queenside with my pawns. I don't usually do this, but I like this game a lot because I just really go balls to the wall in my attack and just put everything out there. Once you have a strategic advantage in one region of the board, you just kind of want to lock it down, and I thought that the fastest way to do that would be to push my pawns right here. He brings his knight back here, and his position is starting to look really silly. Trying to reroute the knight because he's not doing anything over here. Whenever you're in this situation, you should, reroute your knight as soon as possible. Don't just leave him over here on h2. Your next move should always try to be to just reroute this knight. See how much better he is on this square than he was on this h2 square. However, he is threatening to take this pawn right here. I go ahead and threaten this exchange. I want to, if, for example, he takes my bishop here, then I would take his knight. So he does not want to remove this bishop. This knight is very important for him right now because, I'm gunning down his king's throat. Also, it protects his pawn with my queen here still. So he goes ahead and does this dumb move, and I check him. He can no longer castle now, and things are getting a little bit scary for him. I go ahead and add a third attacker. He has a third defender on it now. It's pretty annoying, but that just shows why I push this pawn here in the center. That's not really how you think about playing in the French defense exchange, which is usually kind of a quiet variation. But he scoots his bishop back. He's like, no way, bro, I'm getting out of there. And I take this time to attack the queen. He's in such a bad position right now that he decides to just take this exchange, which I don't blame him for. I mean, 2 rooks for a queen, that's a good trade. However, it's about the pieces in the game, not the number of pieces you have in total. This rook is doing diddly squat. This bishop is not doing anything. I mean, 4 out of his 5 pieces left are on his back rank. His king is about the furthest piece out that he's got right now, and he just looks really poorly developed to me. And I go ahead and take advantage of this by sacrificing some material. I want to open up as many lines as possible to win this king. This king is so far out in the open that there's got to be some tactics and combinations available. So I sacrifice this knight. I say, fuck it, let's do it. Excuse my language. He takes it. I give him a check. Give him another check. I like this right here because, there's a bunch of checks available. I could have moved here to e3 or something like that, but this move, not only does it defend my knight, but it pushes him further into my section. You just notice how, the reason I took this pawn is not only to, win the pawn and open up lines, but it's to drive the king as far into your position as possible. So now it's the number of pieces in the game. Now it's only his king. His king is alone on this corner here, and he's starting to get really worried. I take away this exit square because I want to start doing stuff with this queen. Also, this is a nice check right here that would be nice to get. He makes the wrong move and takes a pawn. This allows me to come in with check, check again, And this is checkmate right here. God, I love this checkmate. This is such a pretty checkmate right here. King is just absolutely misplaced, and all my pieces are working together. Anyways, guys, I hope you enjoyed this video, and I wish you the best of luck in your chess. Bye-bye. What's up, guys? Thanks again for watching my video here today. I really appreciate it, and if you have any questions about any specific moves or anything about the game, please leave them below. I'd love to answer those. And last but not least, if you got anything out of this video at all, or you just simply enjoyed it, I would highly encourage you to subscribe. It helps me out a lot, and that way you can, get in touch with any future videos that I put out. Anyways, have a good rest of your day, and good luck in your chess.